I want to give you 3 simple shifts that will immediately make you a better interviewer, and you'll get way better content that actually gets to the heart of their story, which is what we're all really here for. Tip number 1, this is the simplest thing. When you ask a question, maintain eye contact with the subject. Do not check your list, do not check your clipboard, do not check your phone. This person is bearing their soul in one way or another, whether it's joyful, sad, or anything else, and you are their anchor in the midst of production chaos. If you say, hey, tell me about what happened with your mom, they're gone. And I've seen so many interviews ruined by this one thing. So keep eye contact until they're done talking. Then you can check your list and ask the next question. Tip number 2, ask better questions. And a lot of people say, well, what's a better question? Well, let's start with one of the basics. Do not ask yes or no questions, because when you have to tell your story and put it in an edit, yes or no by itself is a pretty useful soundbite, right? But people do this all the time. I was recently on a project where there was a list of questions that a client had submitted, and one of them was, are you afraid? That's a yes or no question. It's not really gonna get to the heart. A subtle shift that you could make here is, how do you feel about the risks associated with what you're doing? This gives them the opportunity to say, I feel afraid, I feel confident, I feel like I'm aware of this, but this is how we're gonna manage it. Tell me about how you feel about this is a much better question than, are you X? Tip number 3 is going to be putting the subject into storytelling mode rather than fact mode. So a common question would be something like, tell me what you love about your job. And usually people will say something like, the people, which doesn't do you a whole lot of good in an edit. But if you make the subtle shift to, walk me through some of the things that you love about your job, they're gonna tell you a story. Walk me through, help me understand. These are some of the phrases that you can incorporate into your questions that will put people out of just fact mode into storytelling mode, and stories are a whole lot easier to glue together and make a whole lot more sense. There's your 3 tips. Have you ever tried any of these? Let me know in the comments.